Welcome to yesterday at the World Cup on Nigeria Super Fans Forum. My name is Olúwafẹ́mi Ashaolu. Of course, today we'll be looking at the top place playoff which took place yesterday between Morocco and Croatia. That game ended 2-1 in favor of the Europeans. So Kayode Ogundare joins me via video, and of course together we'll be looking at that game. Kayode, you're welcome to the show.
Femi, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
It's really been a long journey from a 30-day countdown, and of course, we are finally close to where we're actually going. And that game, the final of the 2022 FIFA World Cup between France and Argentina, will be going down today. But quickly, Kade, let's talk about this game. Yesterday, a lot of people were rooting for Morocco, even a number of Europeans, as in just for them to get something to show for their valiance in this tournament. But unfortunately, they fell short. And for the first time, we saw them making uncharacteristic mistakes against Croatia. And they were really deeply punished for them. Kayode, for the second time in the tournament, Morocco conceded 2 goals before the game against France. This is a team that we've been praising that they've only considered an own goal all through the tournament. And against France, they considered 2. We said, okay, perhaps it was because they were playing a very, very high pressing and very strong side. But against Croatia, again, we saw them concede 2 goals. 2 goals, though it ended to 1, 2 goals. And like I said, Kyle, the mistakes that could have been avoided, we saw them running there and there. And of course, the Croats punished them very, very severely.
Probably I am one of those who might probably not be surprised about the results, about the outcome of the game. Because don't forget, when we did the preview of this game, I said that if the Croatians really come out and play as much as I think they can, I think they would just take this day. And I actually said I see them winning this game. That's on tape, is on record. And I think they played a bit better than they've played all through the competition. I mean, the Croatians, you saw them coming out, contesting for second balls. You saw them pressing their advantage and playing all the high line defense to show that they are really on the pressing side. For me, I think that's winning that game is the minimum that they deserve from the game. The mistakes you talked about didn't just come about, Femi. Those mistakes were as a result of the relentless pressure of the Croatians on the Moroccans. And for me, there's nothing to be ashamed of for the Moroccans. They've really creditably acquitted themselves in this competition. I mean, at the beginning of the competition, nobody was talking about Africa. Nobody was talking about North Africa or West Africa or wherever. But now, until the end of the next World Cup in 2026, which hopefully will be taking place in US, Canada, and Mexico, Femi, I think Africa will take center stage in whatever analysis and discussions anybody is doing about the World Cup. Morocco has earned that right for Africa. So I do not see any reason why they should be angry, or I don't see any reason why they should do tantrums. Whatever has happened, they have done well over the course of the last 4 weeks, and for that I am immensely proud and grateful to them. So for me, nothing mega. Life goes on.
Okay, Kayode, it was a total dominance by Croatia in that game, because if you look at the number of shots, they had 12-9. If you look at even shots on target, they had 4-2 in their favor. Possession, they had 51-49, and passes, they had 487 to Morocco's 472. Do you think that they must have learned something? Perhaps they must have watched footages of the Moroccans maybe play against Spain, against Portugal, even most likely their defeat to France. I must have learned 1 or 2 things, because like you said, the mistakes that we saw Morocco made in that game was because of the pressure from Croatia.
I'm not sure that's as a result of I think the Croatians just realized that, yeah, we are going on. This is the final, this is the match that nobody wants to play. But if you want to be remembered long in history, you have to take something from this game. So they did not, they came out through the kitchen sink at Morocco. And for me, all of the goals on target, all of the goals off target play there was their tournament's best. If you calculate every goal on target that they ever had in the 5 games that they played Oh, sorry. In the 6 games now that they played before that yesterday, you find out that they did not even come near what they achieved against Morocco. That shows that they were holding themselves back. Probably they didn't want to make mistakes, so they weren't playing to their potential until they knew that, okay, you know what? If we don't win this, we're going up. And we don't want to lose 2 games on the bounce. So what they did is, after being severely criticized for their limpid show against Argentina, they decided, you know what, this is the time to throw everything we've got into this. And they did. They reacted excellently well. Although I must also commend Morocco that all through this competition they have not been outclassed by anything. They have not been outclassed by anything. I must say that even when they lost against France, they were not outclassed. When they lost against Croatia too, they gave it a good game. So for me, I am very happy about their performance. But you know what? The Croatians finally showed what they were capable of doing all along, but which probably they were too tense or too frightened to make mistakes before. And if you don't make mistakes, you will not get it right. So finally, they were willing to make mistakes, and by making mistakes, they made sure that they put the power pressure on Morocco and got what they needed. Winning to the game 2-1, it could look like it was kind of close, but I think that result would have stood even if they had played another 45 minutes of the game. Yeah.
Okay, Kyle, before I ask you what is next for this Moroccans, they were also missing a number of key players in that game. We saw that Roman Size wasn't available, so it was Hakim Ziyech who was captain. Let's talk about officiating, Kyle. I wouldn't stop talking about officiating because I feel that FIFA has done enough to help referees make decisive decisions. Decisions that they wouldn't have to deal with later. Because I remember you and I, we've talked about it with the video assistant referee, and you tried to educate us on what the VAR is for. There was an incident after the game that they said Hakim Ziyech was shouting in the face of the FIFA president, Gianni Infantino, because he felt that they could have got, maybe at least a penalty in that game. There was a goal-bound effort by Yusuf En-Nesyri that was handled by Croatia's striker. And of course, he was also brought down by this same striker. So he felt they could have got a penalty for it. And there were reports that was he approached the FIFA president in the tunnel after the game. And there were reports that FIFA has been trying to block the footage. And Go.com, I think they spoke to one of the journalists, and there's a quote here, and quickly, if you permit me, I'll take it. And he said, okay, the guy is Johan Kuku Kaslan, and he said they wanted us to delete the images. It is clear that these are embarrassing scenes for them, and it is a bit naive of them to think that a dozen journalists should not report on this when we witness it happening. Kyle, we saw the referee that was at the center of the pitch between Argentina and Netherlands sent home. There will also be a couple of referees that have been the quality of officiating has been questioned. We saw even Luka Modric labeling the referee between his country and Argentina a disaster. I've never heard Luka Modric criticize referee before. Maybe he had in the past, but I've never heard it before. Kyle, I think in a FIFA World Cup, we should do as much as possible to avoid a situation where, at the end of the day, despite the technology, a team will feel cheated after each game, Kyle.
Femi, the truth is, in the heat of the moment, people will always strike out. They want to advance reasons for their loss. They want to look out for victims to blame, for people to blame. That is quite understandable in psychology, Femi. It is quite understandable. Rather. I do not believe that the gap in officiating is as wide as people are making it to look. All the teams that have complained, that teams that have lost games, and you understand why they want to lash out. As for the incident between Ziyech and the FIFA president, if that actually happened for me, and I say if, because I feel by now we should have seen images. We should have
seen
videos.
I mean Achraf Hakimi, not Ziyech.
Achraf Hakimi, rather. We should have seen images. We should have seen videos now, because nobody in this day and age, nobody can block successfully those coming out into the public. If they actually have it, I don't know. All I know is, probably whatever happened in in FIFA competitions like this, Femi. There's a section that is cordoned off that they call the no media zone, and there's the mixed zone, and there's the media zones too. So if those things happened and in the no media zone, those media that are not accredited, that are not FIFA rights holders, will not be able to use materials that they get from such places. So it's possible that's way how FIFA is trying to explain this. But apart from that, I think Hakimi is just being naive. Going to attack the FIFA president after the game does not alter the results, Femi. It will not mean that the FIFA president will not be in a position to say, okay, bring back the ball, everybody come back to the pitch, come and replay this or not. That is water on the bar or thrown at the head. It's not going to have any effect. So for me, it's I do not want us, Femi, I want us to take very a very, very memorable pictures of this World Cup. I do not want my image of this World Cup to be blurred by all of this negativity. The referee is this, the referee is that. No, I want to believe that any error that have come in the course of the competition have been human error that probably sometimes are not avoidable. Then it is also down to the lack of synergy between the referees and the VAR officials. If the referees are in tune with them, because the VAR, no matter how much they replay and think this is what the second look, if the referee is not convinced, there's nothing the VAR can do to him. He has a final authority on the pitch. So that's why I am not very, very bothered about whatever it is that that wrote all of this. But like I said, this has been an unqualified success for me, and I want to take that with me until 2026.
Okay, Kayode, Morocco have put themselves under serious spotlight now, because henceforth, at least for now, people will be looking out for this team, and of course, Walid Regragui. What is next for this team, Kayode? The 2024 Africa Cup of Nations starts in a few months' time in 2023. 2024 Africa Cup of Nations is not far off. What do you think is next for this team?
I think the next thing is to first and foremost consolidate on this performance, Femi. They have to, and when in consolidating, you cannot afford to lose them, because now you are a marked team. Everybody expects you to continue and sustain the performances from the World Cup. They're going to go into the AFCON qualifiers, the World Cup qualifiers, all of these, they cannot afford to fail. So there's this level of expectation that will be on the team now that I do not kid you, Femi, they have not seen coming. They will be expected to be perfect, not to make mistakes. They cannot afford to draw games or even lose them. Now they must win and show the same level of intensity. People will conveniently forget that we're talking about a competition, about a World Cup, and now African qualifiers. They will expect that same level of intensity, that same level of energy, tireless running in all of them. Even when they are playing friendly games against ants and cockroaches, everybody will expect them to still maintain that level. Yeah, Femi, everybody will expect them to maintain that level, which I fear is not possible. So, but they could actually go on this run. They are expected to qualify for the next AFCON conveniently. Next World Cup, I mean, at least this energy should take them through into the next World Cup, into the next round of World Cup qualifiers. So for me, I think the expectations will be very, very high, and Morocco must first consolidate on what they have got, what they have gained at the World Cup, then make sure that from there they can build on it. And if there's a country that I think is possible to do this, it will be Morocco, because they have everything worked out for them.
Kayode, before I go to a preview of the final, I saw a number of comments yesterday on the social media by Nigerians. They said the Super Eagles of Nigeria will complete the job started by Morocco in 2026. I know you do not agree with this, because we talked about during a preview of that third place game, you said that you didn't even consider Nigeria among countries that you feel will be able to maybe do something close to the feat that Morocco has achieved in this tournament.
Femi, I don't believe in building castles in the air. When I see enough justification, enough reasons to be that upbeat, to have the same level of confidence that these Nigerians have, then I will be the first to say that, you know what, on the basis of what I've seen and what I'm seeing, I think we have every opportunity to do this and even more. So I am not just going to sit here and because I want to sound patriotic and be saying things that are not as if they are. Tell me, I have not seen. I keep saying the Super Eagles, as it is now, is a damaged brand psychologically. It will take an extra effort to bring that team up. I said this when we failed to qualify for the World Cup. I said we will not know the import of this non-qualification until the World Cup. Until the World Cup. Now that every other person has stolen our shine, everybody who have learned to believe that the Nigerians will come and do this, they will come and do that. Now they have new heroes. It's like a child that has its candy taken away by the mother and given to a sibling, and the sibling is now the attention of the focus of attention. Now we will have to start. I see us back in the pre-1990 days, because that's how bad it is. We have to build from the ground up. Forget this individual collection of players. We can say we have a Osimhen here, we have this, that, we have Ndidi, we have this, we have that, but we do not have a team, Femi. There's nobody can tell me different. We do not have a team. We have to build our team from the ground up. A lot of these current players at the end of the day would have to go. But that would depend on their form as the days go by, a lot of them. Then we must either build confidence in the coach we have now, or we let him go and get another person. I think it is easier to build confidence in him than to let him go, because I'm not sure where the money is even going to come to get somebody else, if it is true that the NFF are still owing him some money. So that's why I said everything, the confidence level, everything is at the lowest it could ever be. It is that bad for me. And like I said, hopefully we can. But the first place to start for me is to admit that there's a problem. As it is now, the guys in the NFF, they are carrying on as if all is well. So that's why you see the Secretary General mouthing off inanities, saying they will do this, they will do that, they will do better than the Moroccans. The Moroccans didn't just get there by talking. They got there by working, showing they are working. They did not just get. It's easy to say we're going to build Brazil, Argentina, and Spain. It's easy to say that by word of mouth, especially if you are playing the PS. If you are playing PlayStation, it's easy to say that. But when we talk about real life, Femi, I do not think we have a team. Femi, look at the teams to the World Cup. Be honest with yourself. I'm not even asking you. I'm not trying to put you on the spot. I'm not asking you. I'm not thinking. I don't want you to even give me an answer. I just want you to contemplate on what I've said. On the basis of our current form, which of the teams that went to the World Cup are we able to play? I mean, the Africans. Which of them are we able to conveniently play and do well against? Then look at the teams that they faced. I mean, if we face Spain, we face Belgium, we face all of these big countries, so to speak, France, and we come out unscathed, I would have clapped for us, but I do not see us doing that with the current players that we have, with the current morale, with everything there's bad energy around our team for me. We are going to build, but the good news is that it is not impossible to do. We just need vision, we need focus. Once we have a visionary leader who knows where we want to get to and how to get there, it is easy to get started for me. In order to get there, we have to start.
Okay, Kayode.
Sorry to quote you. Sorry to say this. Starting means we're not just going to say we're not going to measure our progress by how many competitions we qualify for. That is not how to develop, Femi. No, that's not how to develop.
Okay, let's talk about the final now. Kayode, a lot of things are at stake in this final, particularly about Lionel Messi, because if it's yesterday, people are still throwing debate around on social media about the GOAT debate. He's got 5 goals and 3 assists. Same with Kylian Mbappe. A lot of people have said, you remember, we've also talked about it on this show that would winning this tournament seal the GOAT debate. But let's talk about it head-to-head, Kayode. Argentina have the edge over France. Out of 12 times that they've met, the RB Selected have won 6, France won 3, and the other 3 ended in a draw. Kayode, where do you see the pendulum swinging this night?
Honestly, Femi, if I were to be uh, an analyst, I think France are slightly, marginally the better side all through the competition. I've seen this French team as a team that is like a brilliant boy who doesn't read, but knows that he will just, even without reading, he can get 70, 75 and pass, and he doesn't have to exert himself. They've done whatever is needed, whatever is required of them all through this competition just to get through. Done the basic things. Like against England, they scored. When the English equalized, they went ahead and scored again. Against Morocco, they scored. When the Moroccans were pressuring, they scored the second goal and they locked the shop. So for me, I think they have been the best team so far in this competition. I mean, the French team, they've been the best team so far in this competition. But for sentimental reasons, I want Argentina to win. That's me being sentimental now. So don't hold it against me, Femi. I'm not using my head now. I'm using my heart. I want Argentina to win for the simple reason, for some reasons, and I will tell you why. One, we've had this long since 2002. We've not had a winner from outside Europe. In 2002, that Brazil won. In 2006, it was Italy. 2010, Spain. 2014, Germany. 2018, Spain, France. So now I think this should go back to South America. Let the South Americans win this so that let's break the domination of Europe in this. That's one. Secondly, for the sake of Lionel Messi, this is probably his testimonial game. I don't see him coming back to play for England again. As a matter of fact, I expect him to announce his retirement from international football after the final, no matter how the pendulum swings. Yeah, Femi, I don't expect him to continue. And because he knows this, that's why he has been shedding blood to drag his team. Femi, if I were to hand over the best player award in this competition so far, I will give it to Messi, no caps, because he has done probably more than any other player in a team sport. In a team sport, it's difficult to measure performance of individuals in a team sport. But I think Messi has tried, and I'm not saying this because of the Messi Ronaldo debate. No, I've had a lot of that, and I always run away from it. I don't want to get caught in it because I know for both of them, this is their last opportunity to win the World Cup. And since Ronaldo is not there, if Ronaldo were playing in the final, I'm going to be saying this exact thing that I'm saying, Femi, because it's not there. We have Messi there. I want Messi to just win this so that we rest a bit. Let him win. About the GOAT debate, Femi, that will not end. Unfortunately, it's not going to end. The supporters of Messi, the supporters of Messi keep saying, with or without the World Cup, that he has been their best player ever. The supporters of Ronaldo would never agree. Even if Messi were to win 3 World Cups today in one game, they will still not agree that he's a better player. I find it to be very, very amusing. I've seen a lot of comparisons done about why each camp thinks their player is the better the better player. I've seen some people who have made comparisons even onto their dress sense. That some people say Ronaldo has a better dress sense. Some people say Ronaldo speaks more than 5 languages than Messi. Some say he has played in 3, 4 different leagues, so they believe he's better than Messi. Some said Messi is a machine. Ronaldo was a star pupil who learned in class. All of these. So it shows us both parties have entrenched beliefs that you cannot change. They are not willing to change this for whatever you say. They believe their own player is the best. This other camp believes their own player is the best. So even if Ronaldo wins today, if Messi wins today, it's not going to change anything. Unfortunately.
Okay, Kayode, I'll still talk about Messi. If Argentina wins this tournament, is it enough for him to win another Ballon d'Or? Because that's going to be another debate entirely, Kayode.
Strictly speaking, in a World Cup year, you expect that the player who has done well at the World Cup should win the Ballon d'Or. And But we've seen in some instances in the past that this does not actually have to follow. In 2010, we saw this same Messi, and we saw
Wesley Schneider denied.
Schneider, and who for many was the best player, the standard player at the World Cup. So for me, I think if you look at it, he has done enough in the World Cup year. And because you know why this is going to help Femi? Because the World Cup is coming towards the end of the year. I do not see any surprises that any other person is going to do in the 2 weeks that is left of league football that will change anything again. So this World Cup coming at this time has really helped his cause. But if I do not give him, obviously it has to go to his club mate, Kylian Mbappe, who has also been extremely good. But because I think he has a better team structure supporting him, that's why I think I will go with Messi on this. And for me, he's an early contender for the Ballon d'Or.
Okay. So, Kyle, so sorry, time is not on our side. Of course, we'll be coming to do a review of the game between France and Argentina, where you can only say that let the best team win, as both of them take to the field today to decide who will emerge the new world champion. Is it going to be France defending their titles back to back? Is it going to be Argentina winning their second world title? We'll wait to see. Is it going to see the goal debate? A lot of people have even said if France go ahead to win this tournament, it's going to be the beginning of Kylian Mbappe entering the goal debate, because back-to-back World Cup at 23. So a lot of things are stake. But of course, we have to end it right here for the sake of time. Kaido Gundare, thank you
quickly. So let's. I know it was a slip of tongue. If Argentina go ahead to win, it will be their third. The one is 78, and it's 6.
Yeah, they're third.
Yeah, it will be their third. All right.
Thank you very much. Thank you for that.
All right.
Yeah. So it's going to be their third. And for France, it's going to be their third as well, right? Because in 1998, 2018, and of course, so 2022 now. Kyle, thank you for joining us today on the show.
Thank you very much, Femi. See you after the game.
Yeah. Guys, we are almost there. Of course, we started the 30-day countdown to the World Cup. And of course, we've brought you exclusive content right all through the tournament. So today is the final. I don't know who you'll be routing for. You can, of course, put this in the comment section there, and let's see who you will want to win the competition. So until tomorrow, when we come for a review of that game, I remain Asha Lulu Afemi. See you.